Camille Lilly. My dear friend Camille Lilly, thank you. Over the past 2 years, Thrive has grown its staff by more than 40% and has maintained openings in its adult therapy and psychiatry programs. That kind of growth reflects not only strong leadership, but a deep commitment to ensuring that members of our greater region can access the care they need. Thrive is also expanding its case management services to better support clients and help them navigate upcoming changes to Medicaid eligibility. That proactive approach demonstrates an understanding that true care extends beyond appointments. It means helping people overcome barriers and connecting them with the resources they need to succeed. As village president, I know that strong community is built on more than roads, buildings, and businesses. It is built on healthy people, supportive neighbors, and organizations that step up to serve others. I'm probably more comfortable with that anyway, I'm sorry. Thrive Counseling Center is one of those organizations. I am committed to the continued and soon to be expanded partnership with Thrive as the Village of Oak Park strengthens our historical mental health response to police calls to a true alternative response with the follow-up care designed to meet the needs of all residents and those who work, visit, or pass through our community for any reason. Thrive is the right partner to make that possible. This expansion sends a powerful message that our community values mental health, believes everyone deserves access to quality care, and is committed to meeting the needs of today's residents while preparing for tomorrow's challenges. To everyone at Thrive, thank you for your compassion you share each day, for the lives you change, and for the continued investment in our community. The work you do strengthens families, supports individuals through difficult times, and makes our community a healthier and more hopeful place to live. Congratulations on this exciting achievement, and thank you for your continued partnership.
Thank you so much. We are still learning how to use our new technology, so just give us a next try with that. Thank you so much, Vicki, for all your kind words and your support. I want to acknowledge other elected officials we have here today. So we have Representative Camille Lilly, and we have Representative Lindsay LaPointe here. And of course, Senator Don Harmon, who will speak about a lot in a little bit here. So grateful that you all took the time to attend and to just show your support of mental health. I want to thank Byline Bank because with their support, we didn't have to worry about any of the expenses here today. So thank you, Susie, for raising your hand and saying, hey, what can we do? How can we support? So they're sponsoring today's event. So we're here today to talk about our physical space and our building, but the event isn't really about a building. It's about a community that chooses to prioritize mental health. When we were talking to our staff about the changes we were making in the building, one of our therapists spoke up and wanted to share some of the feedback that her client gave to her. And her client said that she felt safe when she came to Thrive. And that when she goes into other spaces, she doesn't always feel safe. The people that we serve by and large have very low household incomes. They have Medicaid for insurance, they don't have insurance at all. And you can imagine they're used to going into facilities that don't have the resources to keep them maintained. Broken furniture, flickering lights, right? Paint chipping off the walls. And I thought about the fact that the aesthetics and bright, welcoming spaces improve your mood and can enhance the progress you have in therapy. I thought about accessibility when we were making these changes and making sure that all different types of individuals could be comfortable in our space. But I didn't think about safety. And so that feedback was really critical, to think about how important it is that people feel like they can be here and bare their souls and talk about everything going on and have a safe space to do that. So we are here today because there were several groups that invested and supported our mission so that we could make these changes, and I want to acknowledge each one of them. So first we have the Lemonade Ronnie Bray block of River Forest. Enough about how tirelessly basically this group works every single year to benefit nonprofits and make sure they have the resources that they need. And I know Lemonade is winding down, but we were so grateful to be a recipient of the event in September. So because of Lemonade, we have a brand new sensory room on our 4th floor. If you haven't taken a tour yet, we'll be giving tours again after, but please go check it out. We now have this space that clients can go into and regulate, reset their nervous system and be comfortable and have a kind of a break. I think their family members and siblings may be using it as well, maybe even our therapists sometimes. So something that Daisy Rios, our youth program manager, advocated for a long time, we're finally able to make happen. So thank you so much. I have flowers for you. Next, I want to acknowledge the Village of Oak Park and especially the CDBG program. We received a grant 2 years in a row from the Village of Oak Park, and because of that grant, we were able to make updates to some of our restrooms to make them more accessible for people who have wheelchairs or walkers. We couldn't move the walls, that was too much. It's not going to happen with a building where you're grandfathered into accessibility issues, but we were able to make it easier for these people to access and use these spaces. And then we were also able to install bottle filling stations on every floor of our building. We had old school rusted out water fountains. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. We didn't have them on every floor. So for our therapists who are in sessions back to back all day long for 8 hours, maybe a quick 10-minute break to go to the bathroom, having water on their floor is really important. And then having that fresh, clean water for our clients too. So we appreciate that investment as well. And then finally, we had some leftover funds. So some of you know we've recently expanded our staff quite a bit. We moved our administrative staff over to the Shaker building, and we cleared out this floor so that we could hire more therapists. With that, we were able to convert a larger therapy room into 2 smaller spaces. That means hiring 1 additional therapist. That means an additional 25 clients who can receive therapy every week. And so for us, that was really significant to be able to make those renovations, and the room is right out here. So our services still require brick and mortar. Our clients don't benefit as much from telehealth services and really appreciate that in-person contact, and that's expensive. That's a lot of investment in infrastructure and private spaces. So when there are grants that are available, funders usually want to support programs, but the infrastructure is really critical to us being able to provide successful programs. So we just appreciate the Village of Oak Park and the CDBG program for supporting us. So thank you so much. And then another funder who couldn't be here today is the Be the Boat Fund. Mark and Kristen Coe founded this family foundation in honor of their son who they lost to suicide. And they have generously given us grants for the past couple of years. And this year we were able to replace all the furniture in our youth therapy offices on the 4th floor. So our young clients have smaller furniture. They need tables so they can engage in play therapy and art making and all the different ways that you keep young clients engaged. And we were so lucky that we were able to update these spaces and make them more comfortable for the youth clients that we serve. So just a round of applause for Mark and Kristen. Last but certainly not least, we were able to make the vast majority of these improvements because of a generous grant from the state of Illinois, and Don Harmon was critical in helping us to secure that funding. So we were able to replace all of the furniture in this room. We were able to invest in new technology, which is so helpful for interactive therapy groups, for our board meetings, and replace the group therapy furniture here in this space, but also on some of our other group, some of the group spaces on our other floors. So take a tour and you can check that out too. The crisis floor was furnished with new cubicles. We had big, old, clunky ones. You can't fit a lot of people down there when you have very oversized furniture. So by making that space more compact, we could fit our expanded crisis team on that first floor. And then we also were able to create more privacy for our clients that walk into the building when they're having a mental health crisis. So we are always available when our doors are open to accept clients who just walk in and have a mental health emergency. But you had to kind of walk past some open cubes and offices to get to the room we have designated for them. And so this created just a nice wall and privacy for them as well. So this is really not about furniture, it's about enhancing the quality of care that we provide. The technology exists on this floor and other floors. We are grateful for that, things like the microphone. And then you'll see we have updated waiting spaces on the 3rd and 4th floors. And please check out the youth waiting room because that's, I think, pretty special. It's important that our youth clients have a comfortable space, but also for their siblings when they're waiting and they need to stay engaged and have a space where they can play and be kids. So we're so grateful for that grant from the state of Illinois, and Senator Harmon has been instrumental in securing this support. As Senate President, he has supported efforts to expand access to care, to strengthen community providers, and ensure that mental health is a part of the conversations when important decisions are being made in Springfield. The implementation of CESA, the expansion of the 988 number, and the growth of community-based mobile crisis response all happened under his tenure as Senate President. Senator Harmon has consistently made time to meet with local organizations, to hear directly from providers, and understand the realities that individuals and families face when they're seeking mental health care. Mental health systems are complex, and meaningful solutions require leaders who are willing to learn from those that are doing the work every single day. We need champions at every level of government because public officials help shape whether services are available, accessible, and adequately funded. We're so grateful to have 3 of you who do that every day here with us. So Senator Harmon, I'd like to invite you up here to join me to accept a small token of our appreciation and to say a few words.
Thank you, Jen.
Oh, that's
Good.
There we go. It didn't happen if there's not a photo. Thank you. Thank you for the recognition and for the kindness, but please understand, nobody does this alone. Camille Lilly and Lindsay LaPointe deserve all the credit that I'm getting for helping to make sure the money's in the budget for these sorts of priorities. I've been blessed to be able to serve in this role for a long time now, longer than the lemonade kids have been alive. But when I first got down to Springfield, before the younger, more forward-thinking people arrived, we were still wrestling very much every day with the stigma attached to mental health. And I remember coming over to visit here when Dan Kill was at the helm, and we were wrestling with a different set of problems. We still have a lot to do, but this rebirth here today, Jenny, for this facility to reimagine what it can be and how it can serve people is fitting for the times that we're living in. So every one of us, every one of our families, whether we know it or not, talk about it or not, have been touched by mental health issues. And to have something in the community like this, it speaks to our extraordinary richness, and you have my word, I will continue to try to make sure we keep doing more and keep doing it better. But you all are on the front lines, and it's never lost on me that I get to go to work in the Capitol, and you have some really direct and difficult things to do every single day. So thanks to the entire Thrive team. Keep up the great work. We are so lucky to have you in the community.
All right, at this time, we'd like you to join us for a ribbon cutting. And I think the designated space, please help me.
Over here.
Over here.
Right in front of the thank you sign.
So if you all wouldn't mind coming over for a big group photo and giant scissors.